What's good, everyone? This is Otis here, and this is Nuketown on Black Ops 2, and by far, this has to be my favorite map. I really like the changes that they did on Nuketown. They basically made it a little bit wider. They made it a lot easier to kill the people in the corners, up in the windows and stuff, and so that was nice. I believe I was like 42 and like 20 or something like that, but basically, I'm loving Nuketown all modes, and I like, too, how it's on a mosh pit, so you basically... you go and you pick it, and it's a random game mode, or you can pick the two different types of game modes that you like. Basically, all the game modes I'm liking pretty well. Overall, at least, even Search and Destroy. I've always been like a Search and Destroy player a little bit. Search and Destroy and Domination have always been my two biggest games, at least, that I would always play on Call of Duty. And Demolition 2, and Demolition is pretty fun on Nuketown. There was a game in Black Ops 1. I might post it eventually. I was trying to get a 100 kill game, and so I ended up going 173 and 3. I know I got the gameplay somewhere. That would always be a fun one to look back up and maybe play on. I know it was Demolition. We purposely stacked our team, at least. And on Demolition 2, I like how they went back to the old way, because Modern Warfare 3 they changed it up to just where it was basically shit. And so now, if you get a good enough team and everyone's on the same page, you can basically make a game last 15 plus minutes and everyone can pretty much get 100 kills if you work as a team and try, which is always a fun game mode too. It's always a good way to boost your KD for those type of people and stuff. But basically what's going on, tomorrow I'm going to have Battlefield 3, my little commentary on that, because Aftermath comes out next Tuesday, so that'll be pretty interesting once that ends up coming out and stuff, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that tomorrow. And I got my Battlefield 3 montage working. I'm trying to get it out by Wednesday, not sure if I'll be able to do that, but hopefully Thursday or Friday will be out. And I'm also working on one for Black Ops 2, because I am having fun with C4 Tomahawks, and I got some nice kill feeds too, which is pretty good and stuff. But today I want to talk about unions and how they've basically, unfortunately, just killed Twinkies off basically right now. For those of you not living in America, Twinkies are I don't know, little yellow filled cake that probably half of America just stuffs in our faces, and that's the reason why we're probably 300 pounds. But they're good, at least. They're a good little snack food and stuff. And so basically what ended up happening was it was the company Hostess, and all their workers or not all of them, most of them are union workers. And basically what ended up happening is they've been having financial difficulties, at least because more Americans have been eating healthy, although enough of us don't eat healthy too, especially in the South. But basically what ended up happening is they've been on strike for, I think, a month, 2 months or whatever, and the company said, hey, if you guys don't go back to work, we're going to close the company. You're not going to have a job. And so basically they stayed on strike for the unions, and they basically, force was shut down. And a lot of these people are like, oh, why did it shut down? They didn't tell us anything. And it's just like, it's kind of idiotic and retarded, at least, because I work in a union right now, and I was always like for and pro unions, and then once I started working in a union, it was just I just hated it. It's just so stupid. Like, basically how the generic simplification of a union is when you start your work date, that's your promotion. Basically, it's just once someone retires, it gets promoted themselves, you get promoted into their position when you're in the union, and that doesn't matter on your skill, anything like that, as long as you can perform the job. And it doesn't even have to be that well in union too, which is kind of sad and stuff. Yeah, they have standards, but the standards are always low for some reason. It's just kind of embarrassing and stuff. And so there's a good example at UPS right now. So I'm just loading the brown trucks, and basically there's people who've been there a couple years longer than me, but they're just they're horrible workers. But just because of the union, they've been there for a couple extra years. They get promoted first. They get to drive first, and it's just kind of unfortunate. I just think unions, they're just old, they're outdated, and it's just kind of sad and unfortunate. It's just like I don't know, man. It's like no company should be held hostage by unions. It's just kind of sad that happened. I know currently, like at UPS, we're going through contract talks and just basically just blah 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 right now. And we have like a union guy that comes up to us like twice a week or so, just saying, oh, we're going through the contracts and stuff, and they're going slow, of course, and getting his little cheer pom poms out, trying to cheer me up and stuff, and everyone else. It's just like I just really don't care for a starting job at UPS. the salary has not increased in 25 years, and that is absolutely ridiculous. And it's always just, oh, and you can ask them that, all of the union leaders, and they say, oh, well, you have good benefits and stuff, and the benefits start in 6 months. I don't know now with the Obamacare. I don't know why everyone calls it that and stuff, just because he was the president and stuff. But I don't know why you would take 6 months to get like your union, or not your union and stuff, but your medical benefits stuff. We have very good medical and dental and vision, all the good things. But I mean, you basically would, when you count that into consideration, you basically get $5 more per hour. And so right now I'm at like 16 something, and so technically I'd be at like 21, doing a simple job, at least if I didn't have benefits paid. And so it's just, unions are just so, I don't know, they're old, they're antiquated, they have no bearing on today's realities, like with the workers like force and stuff. And it's just, I feel sorry for some of the people that I work with too, that are always just like pro unions and stuff. And it's just, when contracts are going on, basically what unions do is they do, instead of like strikes and stuff, they'll just slow downs where everyone starts working slow so no one can get in trouble. And it's just, I don't know, it's just like the man's putting them down and stuff, and it's just like everyone's got to band together with the union, and it's just kind of idiotic and just, I don't know, just retarded, it seems like. And you've got these workers who were told, go back to work or the plant's shutting down on Tuesday, at this time, blah blah blah, and they just stayed on strike. Now I know some of them, because there's multiple unions. There was like a union for the bakers, a union for the drivers, et cetera, et cetera. And I know the bakers union didn't go back to work, and then I think maybe one or two other parts of the union. Some of the unions did go back to work, or at least try to go back to work, but they can't push any products around if there's no bakers making the products. So it kind of just, it was a domino effect too. So at least some parts of the union are different, because there are different unions and stuff, helped them along and stuff. But it's just sad. And I'll link a video down in the description too, where you got these union guys saying, hey, the company never told us what was happening, but yeah, they told you like 2 months ago, hey, if you guys don't get back to work, you're fucked. And so now you get these people who've worked 30 plus years, they're out of a pension, they're out of a job. I mean, you lose all your sick time, your overtime, or not your vacation time, anything like that. That's all just wiped out. You're just basically 30 years of just nothing. And in this economy too, most of these factories were in like Cincinnati. I think there was maybe one in Cleveland, Seattle, basically places where there's very, very high unemployment. And it's sad too, because like, what are you gonna put on your resume now? You're gonna say, baker. Okay, that's a nice tomahawk there, but other than that too, it's just kind of sad for these guys, because like now all these people, just because they didn't go back to work and stuff, like they're out of union. The union people and reps and stuff, they'll be fine. They'll be basically transferred to somewhere else. They'll move. They're always getting like ridiculous amount of money too. I think like your average head union guy it's over $100,000 a year, and then plus two when you file grievances and the company does you wrong and stuff. Even though most of the grievances are just bullshit, it's just because it's in the contract and stuff that they basically have to give you extra money for doing absolutely nothing. I know in my like 7.5 year career, I filed one grievance one time. That was because I didn't get a paycheck in like 3 months for when I was doing some like extra help and stuff. And so that was the only time they've done like building grievances and stuff, because basically with the unions too, supervisors are not supposed to work at all. And so occasionally they do work and stuff, and so they'll do like a building grievance, and you get maybe like an extra like $50 or $60. And it's just something just like whatever. But it's just kind of sad, and it's just unfortunate, all these guys with their I don't know, just 30 years of just absolutely nothing. What are you going to say on your contract now, or your resume when you try to go get hired at a job where there's literally no jobs to work and stuff too? And that was right there too. I got so confused on that kill, because like I threw it and I shot him, and I ended up going to the replay, and like the combat axe ends up hitting the wall, and then comes down hitting him in the toe, like right when I started shooting at him. So I thought that was funny and stuff. But it's just unfortunate that Twinkies ended up killing unions. And I know this game's coming down towards the end and stuff, but hopefully you guys just enjoyed this. I'm trying to think, because my montage for Black Ops 2 will probably be out towards the end of the week, maybe the weekend. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this as this thing's winding down, and thanks for watching, guys.
Oh my goodness. Got 5 kills too. Oh, actually you didn't. I thought you did.